Capricorn, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late January, moving into early February 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Capricorns. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got for the Cappies here? As we are in Aquarius season right now. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Capricorn. Late January into early February, please. Been having some intriguing readings the past few weeks, my friends. I'm interested to see where the story is going to go for you this week. But yeah, anyone new here, you know I only read these little jumpers, and the first deck is being very specific for you so far. So there we go. Beautiful. All right, this is a complex oracle card to start off every reading, because to me, I feel like it's one of two things, possibly even both. It's either a card of beauty or somebody laying low. Okay, which I know those are two totally opposite, different types of messages, but this card has a lot of layers to it. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit about this card. It does pop up from time to time. We see this woman there. She's beautiful. She has this wig. She's dressed up similar to these birds. She's all up in their midst. So first and foremost, when I see this card, I think of somebody possibly laying low, trying to blend in, not trying to cause any waves. So you might just be in that mode, right? Like, all right, I don't want to deal with this, that, or the other thing. I'm just going to lay low. This could even be somebody that doesn't want problems with you. Right? If there's someone that's been getting under your skin for whatever reason, this could be someone not wanting to fight for whatever reason. But another thing I just can't pass up with this card is that it is so beautiful. So similar to the Queen of Wands, this is an aesthetic card. It's beautiful, it's sexy, it's confident. So for a lot of Capricorns in this time, maybe you're changing something about your look. Maybe you're changing something about your wardrobe or your hair. Could be any number of things. Maybe you're a little extra confident. So these cards, well, this card in particular, is intriguing in that way that it has those two separate messages. Take it however you will. Let's get into tarot now. Pardon me. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright, and we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So let's shuffle it up here one time for the Cappies. My gods, talk to me. And while we get the deck shuffled up and ready, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. It was absolutely revolving around strategy. Last week's reading was titled They Are Planning. So whether that was someone you're connected to, making some strategy or plans towards you, could have even been energy for you planning and strategizing your life, like the next week, the next month, the next year, 5 years, whatever it might be, because the main bulk of the reading was all about strategy. So that energy could still bleed over for the coming days and weeks, so keep that in mind. But we're going to see what we have for you this week. Yeah, as you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get your 3 cards. What do we got for Capricorn here, please? 3 to start. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're starting with a tower, my friends. Now, don't be alarmed. Don't be nervous about this card. I always say not every tower is a bad tower, but this is like shock and awe type of energy. So we are absolutely going to want to look at that further. Let's get a couple more here. What do we got for Capricorn? I mean, you know, whenever I get like an Ace of Wands, I'm like, oh, that's a spark plug. Now we got the tower here. So we are starting with a bang. We're starting with a boom. Okay. But could be good. All depends. All right, we got the Emperor. Yeah, this is somebody that has it under control. This is somebody that has a plan in place. It's like, okay, yeah, tower, nice. Like, you're not throwing me off. Let's get one more here. Let's get one more. Thank you. All right. You are going to have a bonus, my friends. So we do have the 3 of Swords here on the back end. So there may be a couple of warnings here. It's all good. We're going to roll with it. And you have a bonus, which is the 9 of Pentacles right there on the end. So let's go through Capricorn. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, I'm looking over here at this spread. There's a lot of powerful energy here. We have two strong major arcana starting us off. This could be a battle of wills of some sort, but we got the Tower starting us off. We got the Emperor. We have the Three of Swords, which you know what these cards generally mean, but I feel like there's a lot of energy underlying here, especially with this Nine of Pentacles, very stable. So yeah, we do have some upheaval, but we also have a lot of stability. It's like split down the middle. So let's really go through piece by piece and start to build this reading out. Position number one, we have the Tower. As I always say, this is nothing to fear, nothing to be nervous about. You might just be connected to a Scorpio when this card is here. It's all about transformation and change whenever we see a Tower. Yes, it is shocking, it's surprising, it's unexpected. So whether it is involving situations you're dealing with, things that caught you by surprise. When I say that not every Tower is a bad Tower, they could be good, like a good shock, a good surprise, or something that needed to crumble in order to rebuild it. Okay, so yes, it's very sudden and extremely powerful energy. In its deeper symbolism, the Tower is also a phallic symbol, so burning hot type of energy. You might be a little more aggressive than you normally are when this card is here. But the main name of the game here when we're starting off is like the shock, the surprise. So we'll see what's up with that when we dig further. I always say, I hope you're not dealing with a lot of upheaval. I hope you're not dealing with some really challenging issues and situations. We could have some warnings here with the two split ends. Into the center, we have the Emperor, which does bring a little stability to the energy that we're having here. For a portion of you, this could be an Aries that you're connected to. Now, one thing I do want to point out, we have the Emperor, which is Aries. We have the Tower, which is Scorpio. These are both signs that are ruled by Mars. And what is Mars? It's warlike, it's aggressive. So I'm still picking up that underlying aggression here. Not saying that someone's like really angry or whatever, but there's this Martian aggression in your reading this week. Now, the Emperor, if this isn't an Aries, it could be an authority figure of some sort. This could be an older male figure. Gets a bit of a bad reputation in tarot, I think. He's the male counterpart to the Empress. So the Emperor brings order to things. The Emperor is, like I said, an authority figure, and it's an extremely stable presence. So coming up after a Tower, this is a good energy to have. So maybe you're stepping into this Emperor energy. It's not gender specific, where it's like, okay, that happened, what next type of vibe. When we talk about the challenges of the Emperor, it could represent somebody that's a micromanager, somebody that is authoritarian. This could be somebody that like wants to control things in a very big way. So these are things to watch out for with the Emperor. But there's a lot of positive here. Like it's extremely entrepreneurial. It's a big boss type of energy. I always say it whenever we have the Emperor in a spread. So we'll just have to clarify it and get down to the nitty gritty. Moving to the back end, we have the Three of Swords. I always say it's one of the more iconic cards in the whole entire tarot deck. You see the Three Swords, they're cutting straight through the heart. It does represent some level of pain. Now, I always say this is on a spectrum. It could be something very minor from like an annoyance. Maybe you're having a little anxiety. This could be someone that's a little stressed out. But it could also be like full-blown heartbreak, somebody that's like really depressed or going through something difficult. When we see the Three of Swords, we think about difficulties. Another thing I link it to, though, since it is a 3, this could be representing someone you're connected to. So it doesn't have to be your energy, this Three of Swords. It could literally be somebody else. And there's issues with authority here. I'm seeing that in a very big way, Capricorn. I'm picking that up now intuitively as well with this Emperor. There could be big issues with authority figures. Moving to your bonus before we clarify, the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful. To me, this is very similar to Capricorn energy. It's sturdy. It's abundant. You're not going to knock it off its pegs or its moorings. When this card shows up, it does indicate a lot of material abundance. A challenge, though, could be a little stubborn. The Nine of Pentacles could be something that's not really moving too much. Watch out for materialism when this card is here, like investing too much in material objects and such. But this is a big card of independence, and we could say the same thing about the Emperor as well. Remember, this is like big boss energy. Now we have the independence. It's like, I will do this, I can do this. I really want to dive deeper in all of it, Capricorn. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Cappies and see what's happening. My guides and spirit team, what's up? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Tower here. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Capricorn, you could drop it right in the comments. Don't mind at all. All right, Tower time. Why is the Tower here for Capricorn? Please. Okay, we're back to getting specific cards here. Let's see what's up. Extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. To me, this is someone like really making some sort of shocking action that you don't see coming. Whether this is you doing that, like shaking things up, it's like, all right, let's shake things up a bit. Okay, for good, bad, or indifferent, we'll see as the reading moves along. We have the King of Wands, so yeah, this fire sign connection, this aggression. The King of Wands could be an Aries, it could be a Leo, it could be a Sagittarius. If it's an individual, very similar energy to what we have here with this Emperor, except the Emperor is just like edging it a little more, where this one has authority, it's entrepreneurial, it's a big boss. This one is a little more. So I'm extra intrigued to see what shows up underneath this Emperor. But when I see the King of Wands, I think of somebody that's directing their energy in a very specific way. When we have this power of the Tower and we have this energy channeling, I'm thinking action, straight up. So for a lot of you, whether this is somebody else's actions or behaviors where it's like, whoa, where the hell did this come from? Or I've never seen this side of you. This could be you shaking things up in a big way, whether it's within personal relationships, work, your life in general. It's like, all right, I need to shake something up. I need to make a shocking change or an action, straight up. That's like the main vibe I'm picking up here. And I'm not picking up treachery just yet. I don't want to say it's a warning until we get over to this Three of Swords, but there is somebody making a move, all right? And it's like, all right, well, I don't got to talk to you about it. I'm not going to let you know about it. And there's just this extremely powerful energy of action. So let's keep moving over, because we're starting with a bang. We'll see where this energy goes here in the center. I wouldn't be surprised if you shake things up or there's someone you're connected to that's in your circle. They do something you didn't see coming. Absolutely. It's like, all right. And it's really hard to do that with a Capricorn, right? Generally, in my experience, Capricorns, they could see things like 5 steps ahead, like a chessboard. This is someone doing something. It's like, wow, where did that even come from? Let's keep moving. I don't want to overcomplicate it or talk it. For a portion of you, yeah, maybe you've had a fallout with a fire sign. For another portion of you, sure, maybe this is... I don't necessarily feel like it's bad, though. The shocking actions there. Now we have the Queen of Swords, Capricorn. We're getting a lot of people here. We're getting a lot of people. She is very stern, very serious. This is repercussions here in the center. Okay, so whatever action, whatever happens here on the front end, whatever the fallout is, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, this Queen of Swords is very stern and serious. Now, we have air sign energy, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Queen of Swords, I always say she's analytical, she's smart, she's extremely strategic, older divine feminine figure as well. And when I see her clarifying this Emperor, it's like, okay, well, you want to do this? Now I'm going to do this. I'm picking up like a tit for tat. So in this time, Capricorn, watch out for things like that. I did say in the very beginning, a possible power struggle. It's like, all right, well, that's how you want to act. Watch what I can do. Okay, it's giving me that vibe. For another portion of you, it could be someone taking serious or something extremely seriously, because the Queen of Swords, to me, there's no games. Same could be said with the Emperor. So those are the main vibes where someone's like, all right, well, I'm taking this very seriously. I'm not going to forget this. Whatever you did, I'm not forgetting it. And it's giving me a little retribution, like tit for tat. Do with that what you will. Now we're getting into possible warnings here, because there's a lot of individuals starting to pop up, a lot of people involved. And I'm going to go back to what we had here in the very beginning, okay? This might be your mode. Like, if this is people around you, it's like, all right, well, I don't want all that. I don't want a tower. I don't want a power struggle. I don't want all this. Leave me alone with all that. So this could be someone like saying, all right, I'm not playing games. Let's see what's up with the Three of Swords. And we'll do a recap before we get into the shadow card. Okay, because it's feeling a little hectic. It's feeling a little bit like mayhem now. Let's see what the Three of Swords says. Where's that 3 there, please? Thank you. Okay. So this could be things turning out well in the end. Okay, for a portion of you, Aquarius season that we're in right now might be a little rough. So keep that in mind. We have the Star card in the upright, which is generally a beautiful card of things getting better in the long run, looking towards the future with a sense of hope and optimism. And it is a card of Aquarius. So we have a lot of fire sign. We have a lot of air mixing the fire and air, very explosive. We have a tower. You see this aggression type of energy that we're starting to pick up here. That's all over the spread. There's a lot of volatility. So in this time, watch out for things like spinning out of hand. But whenever I see this star card, to me, it's a good card of hope. Intuitively, for a portion of you, Aquarius season might be very rocky, a lot of ups and downs, especially drama with other people. Okay, so like try not to get sucked into other people's business, other people's drama. Like let them figure it out. Let them do what they got to do. Because if you keep optimistic, that's another thing I'm seeing here. If you like look at silver linings with whatever it is you're dealing with, if you keep optimistic, then the outcome is going to be extremely positive for you. If you get sucked up into all this tit for tat, these games, whatever it might be, then things are going to be extra rocky. So let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. There's a lot of nuance here, Capricorn, but let's do the recap. Once again, a lot of fire energy. We have a lot of air energy, explosive, volatile. We have the tower. We have the tower with the King of Wands in first position. So I did say this could be someone making a shocking action, a shocking move of some sort where it's like, wow, I never saw that side, or what the hell were you thinking? What were you doing? Type of energy. So do with that what you will. Okay. And it feels very much out of nowhere. Like I'm shaking this up. So maybe some of you are going to do that, like shake something up in a very big way. Moving to the center, we have the Emperor with the Queen of Swords. Might be some repercussions, right? To whatever these actions are, because it's like, all right, well, you did that. Now watch what I can do. It's someone taking it very seriously, almost offended type of energy as well. So make sure no one steps on your toes in this time. Very stern and to the point, and it's giving me that tit for tat. Like, okay, you do this, now I'm going to do this. On to the back end, we have the Three of Swords with the Star in the upright. Might be a bit of a tough time in Aquarius season, which is only the next couple of weeks. But I do see someone needing to lay low a little bit, right? If you're just looking towards the future, like, yeah, I'm not going to get sucked up in these games, all these people, the BS, the drama. Stay like looking forward, optimistic, silver lining. You're going to have a much better outcome with what I'm seeing here on the back end. Like this could be a rough patch, if anything. So please take a screenshot of that, Capricorn. Let's get you a shadow card now. Let's see what's happening, my friends. And yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see just yet. The shadow card doesn't always have to be a challenge. It could be a good thing. So let's get one shadow card here for you, Cappy. And yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it down in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel. I have much love and appreciation for my channel members. Obviously, no pressure. But let's get you one shadow card here. Let's end this off right for my friends. Hey, we got the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself, with the tentacle beard, right? He looks a little odd in this rendition. So whenever we get the King of Cups, once again, another person, another individual to go along with all the stuff we've been seeing here in this spread. Now, the King of Cups could just be a water sign that you're linked to. We have almost the whole damn zodiac out here, my friends. And I like the King of Cups. Generally, it's somebody that is controlling their emotions. This could represent shadows in regards to love situations. So some of you might need to keep that in mind if you're going through difficulties in romance and love. If you're wondering if someone still has strong feelings or emotions, this card does say it, even if you don't see it. It's here in the shadows. There is a strong emotional bonding connection with the King of Cups in the shadows. But a good thing about this card is that it does have a lot of emotional expression, an artistic side, and it's just really balanced. So for some of you, even if there is all this stuff going on, you might have a sense of calm about you. You might have a sense of balance where it's like, all right, nobody's going to knock me off my moorings. No one's going to knock me off my pegs. So good stuff. I think that's good unless you're going through romantic things. But yeah, Capricorn, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The January subscriber surprise. For the January subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls tarot deck. It's one of my favorite new decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments what are one of your biggest goals for this year that we just entered into. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love. And I'll see you again soon.